What's going on, guys? You got Foes on here, and today I am bringing you an RU match I had against WileChase last night. I found him on the Smogom Wi-Fi Battle Finder, and I really hope you guys enjoy this match because it was a really good match and a really close one. Anyways, this is a shuffling RU team. I have Stealth Rocks on Uxie, Spikes on Quillfish. That is a rest talking, shuffling Gyarados. Spiritomb's there for spin blocking, and the last two guys are for cleanup. Looking at his team, the only thing I am really worried about is his Entei, just because if that thing is the Choice Banded set, it can just come in and punch holes through my team like it's nothing. Especially if I lose my Gyarados, since that thing is the only thing on my team that really resists fire moves. I could be screwed. But anyways, I'm falling behind here. I'm going to lead off with Uxie and go for my Stealth Rocks. Like I said, I just want to get rid of that Entei, as he is going to go for the Double Edge. Now, I have fought this Clefable before, so I know that its only two attacking moves are Double Edge and Fire Blast, so I kind of have the advantage there. So I go out on my Quillfish just knowing that this Clefable cannot touch me whatsoever. As, here, I believe he is going to switch out into his Nidoqueen, as I am going to predict a switch of some kind, and I am just going to go for my first layer of Spikes, because I just want to get my hazards up as soon as possible. Now here, I noticed his Nidoqueen didn't have any kind of recovery item like Lefties or Black Sludge, so I was figuring it was going to be a little more offensively based. And after Stealth Rocks, I was like, alright, he's probably got Stealth Rocks, then 3 attacks, which you will see later is the case. But anyways, he's gonna go for the Fire Blast because I guess that's just the strongest thing he has to hit me with. As I didn't go for the Psychic because I thought that'd be a little too predictable, so I decided to U-turn out into my special wall, which is my Spiritomb. Now, I sped this part up here because this is just basically my Spiritomb walling his Nidoqueen to no end. Because even after one Calm Mind, 2 Earth Powers will not be enough to take the Spiritomb out, and I will be able to get off the rest and just start rest talking, knowing that he cannot touch me. As I believe I pulled 2 Calm Minds on the rest talks. I was kind of hoping for one more Calm Mind and then a Dark Pulse, but hey, 2 Calm Minds is good too. I mean, I can't complain, it's all random. I could be pulling rest, so anyways, like I said, his Earth Powers, any kind of special move he wants to hit me with, won't be doing anything at this point. So yeah, here's my second Sleep Talk, as I am just going to pull the Calm Mind. Now here, he kind of makes a questionable play. He switches out into his Tangrowth. I guess he thought, looking at my team, maybe his Tangrowth wouldn't be that useful. But anyways, I am just going to go for the Dark Pulse here, knowing I'm going to wake up, so something is going to get smacked with a +3 Dark Pulse. And he got rid of his Tangrowth, which is 1, half of his Regenerator Core. 2, that was his physical wall, and 3, my Aerodactyl can now just wreak havoc on his team. So anyways, in comes his Entei, and yeah, you know, this is the thing I really don't want to deal with, and I thought maybe I could take a Flare Blitz from this amount of HP, but no, I couldn't. That was kind of a stupid play on my part, so, you know, stupid plays on both of our ends so far. Now, I looked away from my screen here, so I did not see the Life Orb recoil. I just thought that was part of the Flare Blitz recoil. So I switched out to my Aerodactyl like, ha, you're choice locked in the Flare Blitz, you can't touch me. And then he whips out the Extreme Speed, and I was like, wait, what? And then I see the Life Orb, and I was like, oh, you're Life Orbed. Makes sense. But anyways, I'm just going to go for the Choice Banded Earthquake, knowing that is more than enough to take that thing out, as he's going to switch into his Hitmonlee. Now, at the time, I thought this was going to be, you know, the standard normal gem fake out on Burden set, so I was like, alright, well, if you're going to raise your speed, buddy, I'm at least going to lower your attack. So I go out into my Quillfish to get off and Intimidate, but he goes for the high jump kick here, so I was like, alright, maybe he doesn't want to waste his normal gem yet, which kind of makes sense, because it's still kind of early game. But anyways, he's going to switch out, he's going to go into his Clefable, as I am going to predict some kind of switch, and I'm just going to go for the Pain Split just to get my HP back on this thing, because I know I'm going to need it in order to take on his Hitmonlee. But anyways, I am going to switch out into my Gyarados here, and I forgot here that Rough Skin gets blocked out by Magic Guard, so it was kind of a dumb play on my part. But yeah, he switches out here, which I'm not sure why. I thought a Double Edge would have definitely been able to take me out from this range, just judging from the damage earlier. But anyways, I did predict him to stay in here, so I am going to go out into my Quillfish, predicting that, to get off the Intimidate, but he just switches out into his Slowking, so, you know, this is kind of a bad matchup for me just because it could carry the Psychic and do a really reasonable chunk. But anyways, I am going to switch out into my Uxie here as Death Fighter just to kind of see what he wants to do. And he does indeed go for the Psychic, but unfortunately that is not going to kill my Uxie, so I was like, well, sort of Death Fighter fail. But anyways, here I'm just going to go for the Psychic because I was just predicting him to just kill me off. But no, he ends up going out into his Clefable, so I'm just going to get a little bit of damage off on that thing. So anyways, I figured Uxie's at a nice amount of health where I can, you know, keep it for Death Fighter for later. So Uxie's just kind of a Death Fighter at this point. So I'm going to U-turn out, go into my Quillfish, knowing that, you know, this thing cannot touch me whatsoever, as he is going to predict that quite nicely, and he is just going to go for the Soft Boil to restore his HP. So this Clefable is going to be sticking around a little bit longer than I wanted it to. But it doesn't really matter because it's not that big of a threat. Anyways, he's going to switch out here, and he is going to go into his Nidoqueen, as I believe I go for my second layer of spikes here. Because, you know, just residual damage is always a good thing to have. And here, I've seen Fire Blast, and I have seen Earth Power. I was really tempted to switch out into my Aerodactyl here. And I'm glad I didn't, because he whips out the Ice Beam, and I was like, oh, that could have been bad. So definitely good on my part. So now I'm able to get that safe switch into my Aerodactyl, and I'm just going to go ahead and lock myself into Earthquake, just knowing it hits everything on his team really, really hard. And I have no reason not to, because this thing is at the point where if I switch it back in, it's just going to die from Stealth Rocks. So anyways, in comes his Hitmonlee again, and now he goes for the Mach Punch. And after this, I am suspecting that his choice may be either Banded or Scarfed. But at this point, I really didn't know. But I am going to send out my Manectric just because if he is Scarfed, I can scare him out into thinking that I'm Scarfed. But I am actually a Specs Manectric, and this T-Bolt, I was actually surprised that it killed from this range. I mean, Specs Manectric is not a joke. Like, it just, there's so much power behind this thing. But anyways, he brings back in his Hitmonlee, and just by the way he brought it in, it does confirm that he is Scarfed, so I know I can go out into my Quillfish, just knowing I can get the Intimidate off, and unless this thing is carrying Earthquake, which I don't think is standard on these guys, I should be all set to take a High Jump Kick, a Stone Edge, whatever he wants to throw in my face. But he is going to switch out, and he is going to go into his Slowking, as I was just thinking, you know what, maybe I can kill off the Hitmonlee, so I am just going to go for the Waterfall here. In hindsight, I probably should have just gone for another layer of spikes, or maybe even Pain Split predicting this, but, you know, I didn't want to risk it. So anyways, this next turn, I actually spent like a good 2 or 3 minutes thinking about what I wanted to do. In the long run, I honestly should have set up spikes, because as you will see in the end, it would have helped me out so much more. He's going to go for the Psychic and just, you know, kill me off, as I am going to bring back in my Specs Manectric. Now, I was going to go for the Volt Switch, and let me just tell you right now, max HP, max special defense, Slowking, at minimum, a Specs Volt Switch does 55% to that thing. And I just figured, well, if, you know, 55% is minimum for Volt Switch, T-Bolt's going to be overkill. So anyways, in comes his Hitmonlee. He is going to lock himself into High Jump Kick, and that is going to definitely be more than enough to take out my Manectric, because, you know, Manectric's pretty brittle. And all I have left right now is my Druddigon, and I was really, really hoping that I'd be able to take a High Jump Kick, but no, ladies and gentlemen, I don't, and he just lives with the tiniest little slit of red ever. So if I had gone for spikes, I would have won this match, or at least it would have been a draw. But yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed that. I thought that was a really great match. I thought it was really close. Good game, Wile. I'm pretty sure he'll post this to his channel, and if he does, I'll just leave an annotation to his side so you guys can watch his side. I always think it's really cool when you get like 2 sides of the battle. Yeah, that is all from me today, guys. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this match, and until next time, guys, like, comment, sub, all that good stuff, and I will see you guys later. Bye.